Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. I want to welcome you to my channel, all my peaches, triggers, lovers, haters, commenters, scallywag, each and every one of you, I welcome you to my channel. Well, I'm being joined by my co-star, or my co-host, and her first time actually participating in a show, however long it lasts. Let's hope it lasts more than 12 minutes because I've been holding her, and then I got the idea to shoot this with her. Now the thing is that the music was playing behind her because I already played, "Let the Music Play" by Barry White, "My Sharia More" by um, Stevie Wonders, and also "So Sweet." Tell me that you're coming through. I don't know, whatever that song is by Bruno Mars and Sonic, whatever his name is, Silk Sonic. So anyway, so the reason I say that because she might get a little restless and going to want to go with her mother because I'm not letting the audio play on the video so she can't hear the music. But be that as it may, I think I think I probably can distract her long enough for 12 or 15 minutes. Like I said, no, maybe not. Okay, but I want to tell you that look, she has two new teeth. She's growing two teeth in the bottom. Show your teeth. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. You want to go, Mama? Of course, Mama disappears now because she knows what she's going to do. Yeah, you want to sit over here? You want to be here? See, she's trying to see the TV, but she can't because my light's in the way. She can't see the TV. Okay. See, look, Duchess, look. Who's that? Yeah. Okay. Okay, Mia. I know Duchess. Really, I know I already had you this morning for a long time. You know, but no, you're not gonna cry, so it's okay. Here's mommy. Mommy coming now. I told her mommy's not gonna always be here. Yeah, there's mommy. Say hello, Mia. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Ah, okay. Like I said, welcome to my show. I feel like I'm at my fireside chat because I haven't I did a video from this aspect for a little while. No, for no other reason other than a lot of other stuff's been going around. It's funny. On Friday, I have my interaction with my foreigners. Americans, foreigners, or whatever. And it's always good. It's always a great exercise for me in tolerance. you know, Sometimes people can't help but to have their dislike for you come through. You know, and although it's quite blatant, but it's subconscious to them. They're unaware of what they said. You're unaware of what you just did. It's like sometimes you shake a white boy's hand and go, they're like this, and shake your hand and push it away. You know, it's not a regular shake like this is like I don't want to hold your hand anyway. So these are just things that what goes on. So anyway, so this this is the only place where we can talk politics. As a gentleman conversation. No one gets hype. No one goes over the top. Hey, no one, I've heard stories of people throwing a glass at a clock on the wall because that Trump's thing in. There are people who are barred from clubs or from bars because they can't, restaurants because they can't come in because they're too emotional, they get too hyped, it's just one of those things, and it's what's going on. If you don't have something collectively that you can talk about, then of course, you always talk about willy willy bobo shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay, but sometimes you want something a little bit more substance. So this is the only place that it was, where I felt, yeah, and I analyzed that, and I said, why? Why is that? I said because you have someone, three different guys who are speaking from an European aspect. I mean, beyond the fact that we know they can't vote, but they are outsiders looking in. And sometimes they ask questions to try to understand, what they heard or what it means or where they get that from. And my limited knowledge of what it is, I'm able to explain it to my satisfactory. You know, I don't say because, that's for sure, because is never an answer, it's a delay to an answer. But anyway, it's their different perspective that, and we have a foreigner. He's a libertarian and open minded, and that's the thing. When you come across cats from the U.S. who are open minded, you know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. They can look at both sides of the issue because sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to look at both sides of the issue. You know, but you get a foreigner who's a retired New York City police officer, a relatively young dude. His wife is a retired, New York City police officer, white, of course. And if you know anything about the policing that's been going on in New York for eons, then you can pretty much cookie cut the type of person they are. You know what I'm saying? And how they feel about other people. You know, and that's how I feel about him. Because I know he has some preconceived notion. If it wasn't for us doing what we're doing, he would never be sitting next to a black man. In my opinion. And like this one guy I had Calamari had. We saw about Carmela, and he said something sexual like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." He says, "Yeah, I would bone her." And so I said, "Yeah," and she probably the only black chick you ever had. Everybody burst out laughing. And he said, "No, no, no, no. I've had more." Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's kind of fun. So anyway, what I was talking about, this is nice. I was trying to give them a compliment as being gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Although I come here and whatever happens, card game or whatever, I enjoy it. I said because we are able to speak respectfully toward one another about the issues. You know, and often the time you'll say something, and two might hear, but they don't comment on it. They don't comment. It wasn't until later on after the game, whatever. It's, oh, yo, now I know why you said. Oh, yeah, now you're questioning what I said. Now, why? It would hurt you to comment on it at the time I said it because you don't want to acknowledge my existence. This is how my mind is thinking. So anyway, so this one guy, I was holding my hand here like this, and there's a button that's passed along on the table. And so, I saw he went to get the button with, hey, like this, like that. And I see him. See, this is that reflex. It's like, I'm getting too close. You know what I'm saying? Don't feed the animals. So, keep your distance. And so, I saw him. I said, man, it's okay. I said, it's okay if you touch me. Nothing's going to happen. I don't rub off it. Oh, no. I don't want to. Yeah. It's okay. You don't have to explain. And like for instance, this one guy when I was. I'm sorry to get on this, but I'm on this thing now. Like we're at this table, and there's cash that's being someone has to leave and says, okay, you're here, you hold the chat. He says, who's going to hold the chat? The guy was holding it. He says, who's going? And all you do is just sit it right by the table. There's nobody digging in or anything like that. It's just somewhere where it's just stationary. So, so I said, oh, I'll hold it. No, I said no. I said, it's like you don't understand what you just did. You don't understand what you just exerted into the atmosphere. But I'm the only black guy there, and when I say I will hold it, your action was no. And we're all sitting at the table. We're all equals, man. We're all equals. We're just, in the Philippines, living our best life, like this. But for you to take that type of, reaction, to my saying that, I'm trying to get this up. Go the other way. Okay. To get that kind of reaction, see, as I told you about the visual thing, that little white line or the end of the doorway was a distraction. See, now you're back focused on me. Because I will go and look at that up and down, subconsciously, and you want to keep your eye focused on your subject. Okay. Photography 101. Okay. So anyway, and then, it wasn't until like a week later, when we're sitting at the table, he says, "Oh, Gerard, I wasn't insinuating that you couldn't hold the money." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." And I said, "It's okay, man. It's okay. We know what's in your heart, you know." So I have this one friend. He's a really nice guy. I'm happy to see him. I see him. I have my Saturday, my lunch. I told you about it. I put it right here for those of you who may not remember. But have lunch there. We had it there Saturday, and this one guy came who is a diehard Trump fan. And I'm not saying a Trump fan. I don't mean like he's a cheerleader for him, but it's just that he believes in Trump and what Trump says. And he's also a retired New York City police officer, and he also gets very loose with his mouth and says things that would offend you know someone else being black sitting there probably would offend them, but me, it's just words, man. So, I know if you know who someone is, then you can't be upset about them being themselves. You understand that? But anyway, so the last time Trump was running against Biden, he wanted to bet, and to be honest with you, I just didn't have the heart. Yeah, I mean, I wanted Biden to win, but it was doubtful knowing how strong Trump was. But anyway, Saturday, hey, we made a bet. He says, I I said, Trump's going to win the election? He said, yeah. I said, you want to bet? I'm feeling cocky now because the first woman president of the United States is on the table. If nothing else, that's what's on the table. And then I told him about the body cams that police use all over the country, all over the world now. As Kamala Harris was the Attorney General, she mandated police officers to wear them. And as a result, in California, it spread throughout the country. So now all these webcam videos that you're seeing from police officers mandated to wear them, you could thank Kamala Harris. So, anyway, so it wasn't a matter about her policies and that. It was a mere fact that she is a woman, and I always wanted to see a woman president of the United States in my lifetime. I've talked about it before since 2008. Vote for the Bush for the first woman president of the United States when Bush was running against Al Gore, and handing out the flyers in front of Madison Square Garden and all that, because that's what I want to see. They had Margaret Thatcher, they had Akina, a number of women have been, prime ministers or president of the country. And I thought it was about time for a woman to be president. So, that's why I went all out for Hillary. But, those last batch of emails at that time and her unwilling to get out there and actually, campaign, I think is what's out there. But now we have another opportunity, so I'm feeling good about it. So I said, "You want to bet?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "Well, what do you want to bet, man?" He says, "I'll give you $1 for every vote that Kamala Harris beats Trump. And you give me 10 cents for every vote she loses votes." I said, "What?" I said, "Oh, really? You give me $1 for every vote that Kamala Harris wins over Trump, and I give you 10 cents for every vote that Harris loses to Trump." He said, "Yeah." I said, we shook hands on it. We shook motherfucking hands on it. Oh no! Oh, okay. I got to sign this off. So I know I got me a sure thing now. Okay. So with that being said, I hope thanks for checking out my daughter, Queen Duchess. She adorable this time of morning. Okay, remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly. Always pull someone up. And sometimes, you're the only one to see your vision. And the best event in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you do. I'm trying to think of a picture that I can use. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lady singing the Temptation One song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king, and never say no. I want to throw this in here real quick. I was watching this segment about Motown. A lot of the hardship a lot of Motown artists had, and it started off with Mary Wells, the first artist who had the #1 hit at Motown, and etc. Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell, Eddie Kendricks, David Ruffin, etc. But when they did Paul Williams, who was the reason why Motown signed the Temptations, they showed the white Paul Williams. Because they're showing Paul Williams, and they're talking about Paul Williams from the Temptations, but they got this short white Paul Williams. A lot of you might know who he is as a comedian. I'll see if I can find a clip on there. And every time they mention that, they show his picture. I said, how lazy, how little do you really care about our culture when you could talk about the Temptation, Paul Williams, and the whole time doing pictures and video of white Paul Williams. I'll see if I put that a little bit in there. It really blew me away. I'll talk to you later. Peace.